And one thing about golf, especially when you are a career woman, is that it's the one thing that you can play on your own, or also play it socially. And even as you play it socially, there are so many things that you get to solve.
For a long time, women could not visit this club. And I have done a paper on, it's called Challenges of, assimilating members who don't conform in codes.
One thing about golf is that it takes up time. You need like 5 hours, 4 to 5 hours to play.
Indeed, yeah.
So, balancing the role of being a mother, balancing a role of having a job can be a challenge.
But otherwise, it's fun. You get to interact with different personalities.
A very good morning from wherever you're watching us. This is indeed Good Morning Kenya, being the 21st of March 2024. We are glad you could make to the time to start your day with us here on Good Morning Kenya. Obviously, the DJ starting us off, that is what, in 2000, early 2000s, I think. A very good morning to you, DJ Unique.
Good morning, Kenya.
Yes.
This is Unique, the DJ, the best DJ in the continent. And today, nimeamua kufanya kwenda like old school. Today I'm just keeping it old school, kabisa. So I have a great playlist of old school songs just for you. So keep it locked wherever you are.
I didn't know what DJ.
Yes.
At least today I know something that you didn't know. I'm so like, you know. So we are arguing in the studio whether is this a Congolese group or is it South African. So today mimi ndo nimepata You know, so the DJ was like, okay, today I've taught him something. So thank you once again for making the time for us this morning. We want to start you off with the news this morning. And just remember, the doctor strike is still on. It's been 7 days. Today is going to be the 8th day of the strike, but they're expected to meet the public service head, that is Felix Koskei, to see if they can actually thrash out some of the issues that they've been raising. And definitely there is also the need to retest drivers in the country, that is according to the government, to tame the rising road carnage in the country. So all that will be coming up in the news this morning, including business and sports. And so we want to start right there where a 3-judge bench began hearing a petition. Or rather, let me start with the government has launched investigations into the fake fertilizer and seed supply amid a shortage of subsidized fertilizer buoyed by increased demand. Now, President William Ruto said several culprits have been arrested and will face criminal charges. The president at the same time assured Kenyans of the availability of the fertilizer before the planting season begins. That is in April.
Wafalme fought hard to win the...
Speaking during the inaugural Kakamega Investment Conference on Wednesday, President Ruto urged farmers to be patient as the government tries to sort out the shortage. At the same time, the head of state revealed that some unscrupulous traders were in investigations underway to bring to book those behind the rampant supply of fake fertilizer and substandard seeds.
And we have already many more who are already facing court because we must eliminate corruption.
The president also assured sugar farmers along the Western Sugar Belt of his administration's commitment to revive the sector.
And that change of management includes not privatization, as I have said. It involves leasing so that we are sure and we can terminate the lease as and when we see the results not going as per what we want.
On his part, Kakamega Governor Fernandez Baraza urged county leaders in the region to work with the national government for development of the region.
Kakamega's huge economic potential, which has been untapped, and that is why this is the time that you want to showcase what Kakamega has in terms of agriculture value chains, in terms of dairy value chains, poultry value chains. We have opportunities in health. We are looking forward to seeing our level 6 hospital being completed, equipped and operationalized.
That the trips that the president has been making are targeted to win markets, to draw capital, to woo investors so that they can come to Kenya. They can come to Kakamega, they can come to Busia.
The nationwide doctor strike entered day 7 yesterday, with doctors' union accusing the government of lack of commitment to resolve the standoff. Meanwhile, the Employment and Labor Relations Court has ordered the striking doctors to attend talks called by Public Service Head, that is Felix Koskei, on Thursday, that is today, to find a lasting solution.
For the 7th day in a row, patients in a majority of public hospitals in the country continued to suffer due to a lack of services as striking doctors stayed away from work. Doctors Union KMPDU Secretary General Davji Atela on Wednesday visited Kenyatta University Teaching and Referral Hospital to marshal his troops to stay put on the strike.
We are here and we've made a resolution that even the bare minimum services, the emergencies that were being offered at KTTRH are now closed. And that is the reality. And this will continue until the KTTRH stops the casualization of doctors.
No commitment to addressing issues about the strike. And speaking separately at Ndumberi Stadium in Kiambu Sub-County during the marking of World Oral Health Day, Principal Secretary, State Department for Medical Services, Harry Kimtai, insisted that the strike was illegal and called on the doctors to give dialogue a chance.
If they honor their part of the negotiations, they also need to call off the strike and come to the table as directed by the court. Because it's when we discuss, is when we shall resolve those issues. But if they continue striking, then that means that we are not going to solve the issues. Because you need to.
And a three-judge bench began hearing a petition challenging the constitutionality of 3 health acts. The petition is seeking to have the court declare the acts unconstitutional because there already exists a National Health Insurance Fund, which is a social health insurance. Additionally, they argued that the laws were not subjected to public participation and queried the safety of data collected. Ruth Wamboy with the details of the start of the Day 2 hearing that saw the prosecution and the defense teams arguing their cases.
Because as I'll be demonstrating
the 3-judge bench comprised of Justice Alfred Mabea, Robert Limo and Frida Mugambi. The bench had through the petitioner's lawyer Harrison Kinyanjui that the social health insurance, primary health care and digital health acts were entered into law without public participation.
Which is why I say that the public participation should have been effectual, so that we are told we will be collecting your data.
The defense, through senior counsel Fred Ngati, however, dismissed the claims.
Informal sector registered members are the cause of attrition.
Additionally, the petitioners and the defense teams differed over claims that the bicameral House failed to take into account the harsh economic times, citing duplication of NHIF and SHIF. They also queried the safety of personal data collected.
That operating system of the e-system is involving a huge data breach in the United States as we speak.
That if we have a voluntary service, it can only collect.
The hearing of the petition filed by Joseph Aura and 4 unions will continue Thursday, with the petitioners terming the 3 recently ascended health law acts as draconian. The government insists it's within the principle of solidarity in ensuring universal health care coverage is achieved. From Milimani Law Courts, I'm Ruth Wamboy.
Thank you, Ruth Wamboy. Now, the government will retest drivers in a bid to avert further road accidents following the death of at least 20 people in separate road accidents in the past 3 weeks. Transport Cabinet Secretary, that is Kipchumba Murkomen, who appeared before the Senate, says the government will reintroduce NTSA officers to work alongside traffic police to ensure roadworthy vehicles operate and that drivers found flouting the traffic regulations are prosecuted. Our reporter Abdiaziz Hashim has details of the plans by the government to reduce the road accidents.
Barely 48 hours after 11 Kenyatta University students lost their lives in a grisly road accident in Maungu Voi, CS Kipchumba Murkomen appeared before the Senate to shed light on measures in place to avert increasing cases of road carnage.
Mr. Speaker, the statistics show that most of the accidents are as a result of drivers' behavior.
Murkomen told the senators the government will revisit its earlier position to tame errant drivers.
But everybody goes through retesting. Lawyers go through every year through training. Doctors do the same. Mr. Speaker, drivers who are carrying human life should be retested so that we know those who are competent. We test even up to their alcohol content and the drug abuse possibilities among the drivers.
That the ministry and the government revisits the way the transporters, either passenger or cargo or whatever, is being managed by all of us.
It is the high time that the government puts in measures that can be able to mitigate this so that we stop loss of young people.
According to the National Transport and Safety Authority, NTSA, 3,090 Kenyans have either died or sustained injuries in the road accidents from January 1st to February 11th, 2024. This is an increase compared to a similar period last year, where 2,384 Kenyans either died or were injured.
Thank you, Abdiaziz Hashim. Chief Administrative Secretaries are set to make a comeback if Parliament approves the National Government Administrative Amendment Bill. This follows a ruling by the National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula okaying the debate on the bill. Attempts by the minority side, led by the minority leader, that is Opiyo Wandayi, to block the commencement of the debate on the bill on grounds of its constitutionality that is, as ruled by the High Court on July 2023, did not bear fruit. Giverson Maina with the details.
The Wednesday ruling in the National Assembly sets the stage for legislators to debate the National Government Administrative Amendment Bill, which, if approved, will see a return of the Chief Administrative Secretary posts.
One, that the National Government Administration Laws Amendment Bill 2023 is properly before the House.
The minority side, however, argued that the bill contained proposals that were found unconstitutional by the courts.
Honourable members, I'm inclined to the view that the plea by the leader of the minority party for the Speaker to find specific provisions of the bill unconstitutional is premature.
In addition, the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee has proposed amendments to remove the cap limiting the number of Chief Administrative Secretaries who can be appointed in office.
I have perused the report and I'm satisfied that the committee's proposed amendments, if passed by the House, will remedy the inadequacies, if any, contained in the bill.
Last year, appointees for the position were forced to stand down following a court ruling that found parts of the bill contravene the Constitution.
The court in both instances emphasized on the need for legislation in order to constitutionalize the establishment of those offices.
Matters security now, where the government will spend 29 billion shillings in the next 3 years under the Police Equipment Modernization Program. Interior Cabinet Secretary Professor Kithure Kindiki, while commissioning and dispatching the first batch of the equipment, said the government is focused on complete suppression and neutralization of terrorism and banditry. Now, under the program, the government will procure, among others, armored personnel carriers and mine-resistant ambush-protected vehicles, drones, gunship helicopters, minesweepers, and personal protection equipment.
Will be commissioned later this year. On behalf of these officers, we are lucky to have you. You as our CS. The energy, the commitment we see you in you is always very encouraging.
I want to appreciate the good working relationship that I have had with the IG and his team, and every so often, whenever there is need for us to sit, whenever there is need for us to consult, whenever there is need for us to even get approvals for officers to go out there and inspect some of this equipment, we've been able to do this collectively.
Let's head to the counties now, where the Institution of Engineers of Kenya, IEK, is calling on the government to invest in engineers to achieve the country's industrialization goal. This appeal comes ahead of today's election of the Institution of Engineers of Kenya leadership. Now, this and more stories in our County News Roundup.
Speaking during a press conference in Nairobi, Engineer Kate Harrison, who's a vice president aspirant of the Institution of Engineers of Kenya, appealed to the government to invest in engineers if it wants to achieve industrialization.
And I want to call upon our election handlers to ensure that fairness prevails in all this process, so that the Institution of Engineers of Kenya, the engineers of Kenya, and the country at large benefits from a leadership of credible leaders.
Meanwhile, a police officer has been shot dead and another one wounded during a livestock raid in Saimosoi ward in Baringo North by suspected bandits. The bandits stole an unknown number of livestock during the raid.
This banditry should be declared a national disaster, na pia it should be declared a kama act of terrorism.
The Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission has conducted anti-corruption trainings targeting senior state officials in Meru County.
Some of the complaints we get are conflicts of interest. There are a good number of cases on conflict of interest. There is also issues of procurement irregularities. We have several cases ongoing. And land issues.
And Kisii County Assembly Speaker has presented Elijah Obebo as the nominee for the Deputy Governor's vacancy for vetting an appointment following the impeachment of the county's former Deputy Governor Robert Monda.
And we had told the governor that he should give the seat back to Nyaribari, which he honored. He has done the same. Elijah Obebo comes from Nyaribari, Chache, where Dr. Robert Monda, the former deputy governor, used to come from.
Elsewhere, Tourism College has been launched in Transmara West, Narok County, in a bid to increase qualified personnel to work in the tourism sector. The college will ensure it churns out students who will serve within the famous Mara Triangle.
That need of training, hospitality and tourism all over the country, and this area is not out of that interest. Secondly, we have this near Mara Triangle, which is a key tourism attraction centers.
And residents of Umoja 2 Estate in Nairobi have taken issue with officials from the Nairobi County Administration who they claim descended on a car wash project and destroyed it before being vandalized.
Wanajaribu wanakuja na hiyo mambo, lakini governor anasema pana, mradi ya vijana wacha iendelee. So mi governor kwake ni vile hii mambo ijamfikia, imekuja abrupt, vile wamepanga tu haraka na wakakuja wakaigonga.
In Nakuru County, the Kenya Plant Health Inspectorate Service and the Directorate of Criminal Investigations have confiscated 13,000 packets of counterfeit maize seeds worth 13 million shillings at a timber yard in Njoro sub-county.
Na walipata 101 kg ya treated maize, which means ilikuwa tayari ikitoka iuziwe wakulima wetu.
Finally, media practitioners in Mombasa County have launched the Mombasa Press Club through the county government, aimed at uniting and entrenching professionalism in the industry across the county.
And I think mainly this will not be based on anything else except achievements, and whenever we want to come up with a campaign, if there's an outbreak of any sort, we will be liaising with yourselves, where everything will be done, including production from the artworks to layout, and then thereafter now our role will be to disseminate that information to the media houses that you work for.
To matters health now, where the government will introduce standardized counseling manuals for parents, as well as impose age restriction on content on digital platform as it seeks to address the triple threat of sexual gender-based violence, teenage pregnancy and early marriages. The triple threat has been identified as one of the key drivers of HIV infections among the youth and adolescent. Ashola Simon with the details.
As the government grapples with increased HIV infections amongst the adolescents and young adults, provision of sufficient, timely and relevant information to this key group may be the antidote needed to check the rising numbers.
With these threats, what is very key is information. I mean the youths getting information, proper information. And as a ministry and as a government, we have made sure that we get information all the way, going all the way to the primary and secondary education.
When adults have sex with children and they become pregnant, that is sexual and gender-based violence. That is prescribed as a crime in the sexual offences law as defilement. So we must never look for excuses that we want to discuss teen pregnancies separately and we want to discuss sexual and gender-based violence separately.
Adolescents and young adults account for more than 80% of new HIV infections in the country. The Ministry for Health seeks to provide standardized counseling manuals for parents to be used as a tool to help them inculcate behavioral change at the very basic level of the community.
But in most cases, there seems to be gaps in the health system, including the adequate resourcing for the same services, and also providing adequate care that then encourage access to these health services.
Kenya indeed has very good laws and policies in place, but when we're looking at reproductive rights, especially towards adolescents, there's a gap, especially in the recently passed reproductive health policy.
Community health providers will also be entrenched in efforts to provide post-aborted services as a means of reducing post-abortion deaths and stigma. Dr. Edward Serem, head of Division of Reproductive and Maternal Health, Ministry of Health, also called for deliberate efforts in tackling poverty, noting is one of the key drivers of HIV in the country. The stakeholders spoke as they convened in Kisumu to deliberate on drivers of triple threats of sexual gender-based violence, teenage pregnancies, and early marriages.
The government will release 34 bodies to the families of victims who lost their lives in the Shakahola massacre more than a year after events at the forest came to light. Chief Government Pathologist Johansen Odwor says the bodies will be released beginning Tuesday next week. Our reporter Kasichana Masha with more.
Wednesday at the Malindi Sub-County Hospital Funeral Home, Government Chief Pathologist Dr. Johansen Odwor revealed they will begin to release bodies of the victims to the families.
So far, the government chemists have identified a total of 34 bodies which have been linked to relatives, and we are going to start releasing the bodies from next week on 26th.
They also plan to provide psychosocial support to the families before they receive their loved ones' remains.
The process include logistics, which we are currently undertaking this week, which is organizing for counsellors who will counsel these people, and also contacting the relatives who will come here for the purpose of taking their loved ones. So we've done that, we've contacted them, and the first batch will be arriving on 26th.
In the guidelines, those collecting the remains of their loved ones are required to provide letters from the chiefs and those whose DNA samples were collected for ease of identification.
We've actually done a profile on a number of bodies, meaning that their DNA profile has been generated. However, linking them to the people who donated their DNA is where the challenge becomes, because they are not linked to the people who donated the DNA.
The fifth phase of exhumation will resume once the bodies are collected.
Thank you, Kasichana Masha, for that report. And on that note, we take a short break. I'll be back with more news.
Point of order. I was just asking, is it normal police officer kuwa na tumbo kubwa namna hiyo?
Unaona hapa? Ako kamama kalinirukia hivi. Kwanza mimi I don't run a salon. I run a beauty spa. Kwa hivyo hiyo ni makosa. What is the difference? The difference is I don't deal with cheap people like you. That's number one.
Madam.
Baada ya kupata ile nisikilize kwanza ama nini? Wewe. Sio anisikilize. Hapana.
Sasa ulikuwa
unainua mkono. Bwana nasikia story ni yangu.
Ulikuwa unainua mkono.
Na sasa enda. Babu ya Kawera habari yako. Wewe siona mimi ni baby face. Sasa unaongea namna gani? Unaongea kitu ambao hujui.
Sasa baby face ikiwa hiyo ndio sura ya baby face. Ya baby face tutahitaji.
Mama, hii story si yako, ni ya ule.
Wewe.
Every year we have a theme for it, different years. The first 3 years we were advocating for peace and unity. In recent years, we have decided to change the theme because we have seen there's a lot of issues that are affecting persons with disabilities.
Our mission is to provide positive, lasting change in their lives.
Nataka tu kuambia wenye wako out there, disability is not inability. Unaweza try riziki yako na Mungu akupe in any way. Hujui ni
kama nitaenda nyumbani nikiwa mfuko haina kitu, but nitaenda nyumbani nikiwa nime spread love. So nasema keep love alive. Differently.
Thank you for staying with us. We move on with the more news on a mysterious death where a family in Ilikoni, that is in Mtito Andei, Makueni County, is seeking justice after their child, a grade 8 student at Suisiani Primary School, died during a swimming lesson. The family of the 11-year-old boy wants to know why the school management opted to take the students to a river, yet the activity was fully paid for and could have been conducted in the safety of a hotel swimming pool in the area.
Uncertainty fills the air as this family from Ilikoni village, Makueni County, tries to come to terms with the death of their 11-year-old son. Ian Mutambuki Mwashkadi, a grade 8 student at Suisiani School, allegedly drowned in Mtito River during a swimming lesson organized by the school.
We would like to first of all establish what exactly happened from those who were at the scene, and then from there we will come to the right decision.
Peter Mwashigadi Mwakiredi and Elizabeth Mwikali, the parents of the deceased, faulted the school management for taking students for a swimming lesson in River Mtito, which is infested with crocodiles.
Nimegaramika pesa mingi, amesomea private miaka 6. Juu ile shule alikuwa anasomea ilikuwa inaenda mpaka grade 6, ndio nikamtransfer.
According to them, parents had paid 800 shillings each for the swimming lessons and for the activity to be conducted in a pool that is safe for students. They now want justice for their kin.
Nikalipa pesa za trip. Watoto wapelekwe, walikuwa wanaenda Kambu. Hiyo nimelipa. Nilikuwa nalipa pesa za swim. Mtoto wangu aenda kaogelee park. Sielewi mimi.
Very sad indeed. We move on to business now, where the Kenya Bureau of Standards says an organic fertilizer consignment that was seized did not have the basic components to make it organic and has not been certified for distribution and use in Kenya. The Kenya Bureau of Standards Managing Director, Esther Ngari, told the Parliamentary Committee on Agriculture and Livestock, or rather even accused the fertilizer manufacturer of forging the KBC standard mark of quality.
Our investigations revealed that SBL Innovative Manufacturers Limited engaged in the misuse of the KBC standardization mark on a product that was not certified by Kenya Bureau of Standards. The company displayed the mark on a product that had not undergone the mandatory certification process as stipulated by the Standards Act and governed by the applicable standard.
Whether they have been able, they have assessed what it is, analyzed this particular product, and if they have actually allowed this product to be in the market, what checks and balances they have put in place to make sure that fertilizer products, and the product in particular, it does not get to the farmers if it's not the correct product.
Data providers will now be required to adhere to the Kenya Statistical Code of Practice, which will guide standardized practices for data collection, analysis and dissemination. Kenya National Bureau of Statistics Director General MacDonald Obudho says this has been necessitated by the growing need to ensure that the accuracy and ethical handling of statistical data. The agency has also launched a data science training center to equip data scientists with the necessary skills to meet the growing demand of the digital era.
Data accessibility remains a challenge, with information often scattered across multiple sources and not readily available in standardized formats. The Kenya National Bureau of Statistics has now embarked on a 5-year strategic plan that will center its focus on, among others, ensuring a well-coordinated national statistical system.
We are trying to make good coordination so that we get good statistics from them. Looking at the source, looking at the compilation process, looking at the reporting process, and looking at the relevance of such and regularity.
The data produced must be accessible and user-friendly for policymakers, researchers, and the general public.
To enhance the capability of KNBS to deliver on its mandate, the agency says they need an investment of at least 52.5 billion shillings emphasizing the need for adherence to the newly developed statistical code of practice to enhance the credibility of statistical information. KNBS will also offer training programs and skill development initiatives. With the advancement in technology, big data and analytics are becoming indispensable in global business practices. However, the demand for data scientists is outpacing the available talent pool, and the mushrooming of data training centers such as this by the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics hope to enhance the capacity of trained data scientists in Kenya.
Thank you, Trevor Ngendo, for that report. Have you ever wondered why are loan financing agreements too technical and shrouded in secrecy? Now, this question continues to permeate in the public realm, with government and financial experts calling for agreements to be made easily accessible to the public. Dr. Leila Latif, the co-founder of Committee of Fiscal Studies and advocate of the High Court, says most of the binding agreements are vague and are open to third-party manipulation, disadvantaging the borrower. Dr. Latif is challenging journalists from Africa to interpret and analyze the purpose of the loan, track the procurement processes, and assess the debt sustainability to be in a position to inform the public.
Our African leaders really are responsible for having borrowed irresponsibly and also spent irresponsibly. We also say that the global system has also failed the continent because it makes it difficult for it to get out of debt, get out of poverty. So when they report, they need to know that the problem is not just Africa or African leaders, it's beyond our leaders. They are responsible, but also our creditors have been irresponsible.
Journalists play an integral role in also contributing to awareness, which means that if they're able to pursue rigorous research on this particular subject, they too are able to contribute to our awareness creations effort and also ensure that we're reporting accurately on special drawing rights, reporting in a timely manner on special drawing rights, and also pursuing follow-up mechanisms.
The Kenya Space Agency has signed a deal with Konza Technopolis to use its data center for its operations. Under the deal, Kenya Space Agency will access Konza-based infrastructure such as data center, secured cloud, and data protection facility. Kenya Space Agency Acting Director General Brigadier Hilary Kipkoskei says the agency is seeking on deriving data in areas such as agriculture, disaster management, security, communication, urban planning, and resource management. Cost of diesel, some of the challenges, facing agriculture mechanization in Kenya. A report by Heifer International says low mechanization is hurting food production in Kenya. The report shows machinery and tractor farming in Kenya is higher in Kenya compared to Nigeria and Uganda.
Main impact of this report and how it will benefit smallholder farmers is the fact that smallholder farmers already know that they would love to have mechanization. But mechanization was not affordable, nor was it accessible to them. Agriculture is a sector that every government in the continent is willing to support. Mechanization or agriculture or youth integration into agriculture for that matter is a desire that the continent has continent-wide.
I mean, we're seeing that tremendous opportunities are out there for financial growth, financial prosperity, for smallholder farmers and young Africans with organizations like Hello Tractor, changing the game, leveraging technology.
We've proven that it can happen. Whether it can happen at scale or not remains to be seen as we approach now moving from the initial investment of 104 tractors to now we'll close the year at around 250 tractors.
You have close to about 30,000 hectares of land being put under cultivation. That is food, and that's contributing towards the country's food security. It's contributing towards the household's food security. It's contributing towards the community's food security. So that's why we think that this is transformative.
A look at sports now, where Sports Cabinet Secretary Ababu Namwamba presided over the induction of world marathon record holder, the late Kelvin Kiptum, into the Talanta Hall of Fame. The world marathon record holder Kiptum and his coach, that is Gervais Hazikimana, died in a tragic road accident last month.
Kiptum's name has been inducted and will paint the Hall of Fame alongside other iconic legends, including former footballer Joe Kadenge, former world marathon greats Paul Tergat and Catherine Dereba, among others. Speaking at the event held at the Talanta Plaza, Sports Cabinet Secretary Ababu Namwamba stated that Kenya will always support sportspersons who will fly the Kenyan flag high, and commencing now, they will be inducting them while still alive.
I announced as we laid Kiptum to rest that anybody who has any benefits due to this family, we announced that we want all those resources on the table, transparently and in an accountable manner.
The idea of Talanta Hela, which actually has given an opportunity to our athletes to benefit from their talent, that is something that is appreciated by our athletes, all sportsmen and women, and the Kenyans at large.
He also added that despite his death, the world will continue celebrating Kiptum and at the same time acknowledging his impact.
You can imagine how heartbreaking it was for me to receive this award on behalf of Kelvin. Kelvin was voted Sportsman of the Year posthumously by the Sawyer Awards panel.
Wengi wanatembeanga na magari nini, accident inatokea. Kama ni accident ya ukweli nitakubali. Kama ni accident ambayo inahusika na binadamu, Mungu mwenye aliumba na binadamu alifanyia kichana yangu, Mungu alisema mniwachie msiko.
Talanta Hall of Fame is a prestigious platform celebrating excellence in the field of creativity, innovation and sport.
That story by Dan Mwenda brings us to the end of the news this morning. Thank you so much for taking the time to start your day with us here on Good Morning Kenya. I'll definitely be handing you over to Vivian and Degwa and the DJ Unique to take you through the rest of the Good Morning Kenya show, being Entertainment Thursday. My name is Mariambo and hope to see you again next week.
She just moved right up the block for me, and she got the hots for me, the finest thing my hood has seen. Oh no, no, she got a man and a son though. Oh, and that's okay, cause I wait for my cue and just listen, play my position like a show star. Pick up everything, mommy, and then in no time, I better make this with her mine. And that's for sure, cause I never been the type to break up a happy home, but it's something about baby girl, I just can't leave alone. Tell me, mom, what's it gonna be? She said, you don't know what you mean to me. No matter what I do, all I think about is you. Even when it's not true, you know I'm crazy for you. No matter what I do, all I think is you. Girl, you got me crazy. Even when it's not true, you got me crazy. It's home. I'm stuck between two worlds. Loving my missus but lusting for you vicious. You so sexy, lady. I got my fiance but you take like Beyonce. I'm tempted to touch now. My thinking's twisted like if I hit it and don't tell my missus, then things will be cool. Mommy, your body bling like jewels. I feel like a fool if I don't give you my tool. You know I got a girl and still don't care. I know it sounds crazy but I like that dick. So what we gotta do is play like Ja Rule and keep every little thing between me and you. All my friends, they call me number 10. Cause I they play like a gotcha, they score like Ronaldinho. Honey Pico, no style within, you know go fit to finish. I know be judge for the day. I cannot deny it. Cause I they see you, they eye me. Something been they bite me. I go wanna hurt my wifey. Girl, can't you see? When I sleep is you, when I dream is you, when I breathe is you, when I eat is you, anything I do, why must it be you? Girl, can't you see it's true? You they make me they go. Even though you I they feel like
you better act like you know. A homeboy's production. Reminisce MVP, R-E-Z-O. Mimina wap up, Reminisce MVP, R-E-Z-O. Na let us show. Reminisce MVP, R-E-Z-O. Now a figure of rugged and Reminisce MVP, R-E-Z-O. Now I kill it. Yeah, come on. You heard about all eyes on me. You better act like you know. A homeboy's production. Reminisce MVP, R-E-Z-O. Mimina wap up. Reminisce MVP, R-E-Z-O. Na let us show. Reminisce MVP, R-E-Z-O. Now a figure of rugged and Reminisce MVP, R-E-Z-o. Now I kill it shot 25 P-R-E-Z-Z-O. A year in the game now, nah, nime fanya big things, nime fanya ma. Oh, 2004, I loaded my ammo. Na sasa ni wakati wa war, sio mchezo. My MCs, quick, lay down on the floor. Robe, come on, pass the hydro. Watch an impige, who you critic, rough, rugged and raw. Who you critic, Nero's. So how dare you compare Red Sun with a king? Why should I be jealous and yet action I bring? Whenever I roll in straight up, I'm on the scene like Plow. So do you feel me now? I took you all by surprise, now you asking how? Do I do what I do when I do it? You must be blind because it's visible, I'm good at it. See, MVP, R-E-Z-O. Mimina wap up, Reminisce MVP, R-E-Z-o. Na let us show. Reminisce MVP, R-E-Z-o. Now I figure up rugged and Reminisce MVP, R-E-Z-o.
I'm a gentleman. We're healthy enough when you get to my vitamins. Mugenge sipenda get to my vitamin. Don't go fresh. Napiga shower and I don't get me resh. Most kuga sinaga trash. Ata my skin tone high naga raw. Shit, I like your mini skirt. Relax if and get my shortcut. The more nakana mimi, the more naku hit uko set uko fresh. Kaspel kako kampo na mo ed. Mademu wangu si wachapi sweep. Milkshakes now sip. Chekini mifunga zip. Wenyambie sinani anakujaga nani kwa nani. Nasikia ganambia gani. Leo wewe umetunga kamini. Usiulize minini. I'm a gentleman. You say yeah.
Surrender. I wish I could be your saliva so that I could taste your lips whenever. I envy your hipster vile inakushika kwa kweli manzi umebarikiwa ndio maana tunaimba hallelujah. I wish I could be your shoe. I would have such a beautiful view. And if I was the slit on your dress, my goal in life would be to aim for the highest. If only I could be your body lotion, I would walk with undivided devotion. Kila siku nakufikiria, ndio maana nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza.
All right. Now, leo, Mr. DJ, ni kama umeamua ni TBTs. I absolutely love them. By the way, my favorite songs are TBT songs. Not to say that the songs being released now are not good songs.
Yeah, true.
They're good songs. I love them. But TBT, I don't know if it's because it gives me some sort of nostalgic feeling. You know, back in the days when I was a baby.
Yeah, those are the songs that we grew up with.
Yes, it's the songs that we grew up with. So they have like a soft spot somewhere.
Imagine.
In my heart, I know they do. I love them for sure. So leo unanibeba.
Nakubeba leo. Na ni all the way mpaka mwenye show inaisha.
Umeamua leo ni TBT?
TBT, all the way up, yes.
I love it, love it, love it. If you are a lover of TBT music, this is definitely where you should be tuned in to. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another that Entertainment Thursday on Good Morning Kenya is on. My name is Vivian Degwa. Wiki yako imekuwaje?
Wiki yangu imekuwa fiti. Events packed up and down, but we thank God zote zimekuwa successful. Yeah. What about yours?
My week has also been really nice. Yesterday we had an event whereby I was emceeing and moderating. It goes by the name She Voice. So it's an event set just for women in the entertainment industry.
Right.
How beautiful is that? You know, it was an event for women in the entertainment industry. We had the likes of Nadia up on stage. Haikuwa ni mziki, haikuwa concert. It was just talks. Talks after talks on different topics concerning women and just topics on the entertainment industry and how to maneuver as a woman.
True.
It was beautiful. It was such a beautiful event. I loved it. I enjoyed it. Other than that, wiki yangu imekuwa fiti, nimekuwa tu hapa. Tumepiga shows. It has been such a good week for me. Yeah. Na leo sasa ni Thursday, wrapping up the week for us. And I don't know, on the trends, kama kuna kitu imetrend this week, has to be Eve Nyaga. If you know Eve Nyaga is a very good friend of mine. She's actually my best friend. Ametrend ni aje?
Yeah.
Hey!
Ameamua.
Eve Nyaga trended this week. Alikuwa naangalia hivi trends. Eve Nyaga number 4. Eve Nyaga.
Trending.
Ametrend kwa kila page. Yeah, so she's now the new face of Kenya Online Media, which was before Mungai Eve channel. Yeah. So watu naona wanaita Trevor Adam. Ni kama yeye na Eve.
Na Eve, ziko hivi, wanapelekana.
Wanapelekana vibaya sana. So, yeah, Eve is the new face. And just to clarify, they are not dating. Najua watu wana assume ni kudate. Ako job. Ni kazi.
Nimeitoa swali kwa unaweza mbona alitafuta tu Eve.
Coincidence, man, things happen. But anyway, congratulations to you, Eve, on your new job. Another thing that trended this week, I don't know if you saw this, Calligraph Jones and Rick Ross were supposed to go live on Instagram. Ilikuwa juzi, 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Yeah, it was on Tuesday. They were supposed to go live on Instagram pamoja. Sema watu kufanya calligraph maneno.
It didn't happen.
Si kwa sababu ya nini? Calligraph went back, did a video akisema yenyewe haters are really bad people because people started reporting his page. So alikuwa locked out. Who does that? Lakini tunakuanga aje surely? Yeah, people reported his page, report. So he couldn't even go live with Rick Ross kwa sababu page yake inaonekana inaripotiwa.
Inaripotiwa sana.
Wa Kenya.
Wakenya wakikuamlia wanakuwa wamekuamlia kabisa.
It's so bad. I mean, going live with Rick Ross is such a big deal for Calligraph because Rick Ross is massive. You know, he has fans all over the world. That would have been good for Calligraph for his brand. Lakini Wakenya ni kina nani? That was so bad. That was I really felt by then aliwatukana. If you hatuwezi sema alitukana naje, but you want to know.
Calligraph lazima.
Just go to his Instagram. Alikuwa amejam and it is valid because what is that?
Yeah, true.
You know? Anyway, some good news. King Kaka release Tabasco 2. Feature Stella Mwangi. Anywhere where women are just being, Mimi hapo ni.
I loved that song by the way.
Did you listen to it?
I've already listened to it.
Bars after bars.
Yeah, I really loved it. Nilipenda sana.
Yeah.
The things that artists hizo wanafanya, at least they are doing something like different from things that walikuwa used to do. Now, I'm just loving it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, true.
It is beautiful. So King Kaka has featured on the song, there's Shekina Karen, we have Valerie Modoni, and then SDS, Stella Mwagi. It is so nice.
Stella Mwagi alikuja na babia Kikuyu hapo.
Yes,
it was so amazing.
It is amazing.
So
if you've not listened to that, leo ni kama tutawachezea juu. DJ amepanga set ya TBT.
But next ndacheza.
Utaicheza next.
Sure,
but before ngoje for next week, just head on to the channel and check that out. It's such a beautiful song. The ladies killed it. Each one of them just did the thing, but my favorite over there is Stella Mwangi. She did really well. Another new music that has been released, we have Trio Mio. Trio Mio has just dropped a new song inaitwa Wanga Very Bad.
Yeah.
Wanga Very Bad. It's really
bad,
by the way. Nikali. Yesterday on that forum, actually, the women's conference, we had the mom, and she came in to speak as a manager. And it was amazing. Alipeana some really good insights over there. Another story, hii sijui ingefanyika Kenya. So there was a glitch kwa bank uko Ethiopia. So some bank had a glitch and it let customers withdraw millions of shillings. Niko kwa nini sisi hatuonekani wangu? Ba Kenya?
Hiyo fomu ingepatikana Kenya.
Sisi hatuwezi onekaniwa, Yo, like people were just withdrawing cash that you didn't have.
What?
Can you imagine? My imagination. Kwa nini sikuzaliwa Ethiopia? Anyway, what other thing has been? Oh, this one is just new news, just from yesterday. Kenya's Angela Okutuye. She's a tennis player and she's just advanced to her first ever Africa Games final after knocking out Egypt's player. She's called Maya Sherif. So the Egyptian player is number 70 on the world list of tennis players, and this amazing lady from the 254 got to beat her, and now she has advanced to her first ever Africa Games and final. It's congratulations to you, Angela. Go fly that flag high, that Kenyan flag high. Finishing off on our trends is some sad story. We know that Brian Chira passed on. He got an accident and he passed on. Now he will be laid to rest on the 26th of March. May his soul rest in peace, and condolences to his family and all the people who are his fans plus friends.
True.
Tuingie KBC?
Yes.
All right. Tende kazi.
And one thing about golf, especially when you are a career woman, is that it's the one thing that you can play on your own, also play it socially. And even as you play it socially, there are so many things that you get to solve.
For a long time, women could not visit this club. And I have done a paper on, it's called Challenges of, assimilating members who don't conform in quotes.
One thing about golf is that it takes up time. You need like 5 hours, 4 to 5 hours to play.
Indeed, yeah.
So, balancing the role of being a mother, balancing a role of having a job can be a challenge.
But otherwise, it's fun. You get to interact with different personalities.
KBC Channel 1 imeandaa vipindi spesheli katika mwezi mtukufu wa Ramadhan mwaka huu kwa ajili yako.
Allahu Akbar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Kando na ukumbi wa Kiislamu na hutuba ya Ijumaa, kutakuwa na makala yanayoangazia masuala ya funga, mawaidha.
Whosoever witnesses the month of Ramadan, then he should fast.
Vipindi vya mapishi.
Katika mapishi ya Ramadhani tutatayarisha pilau ya korosho. Utahitaji viazi, vitunguu vinne vikubwa, na zabibu
na kaswida mbali mbali.
Ramadan kana.
Pia tumekuandalia kalenda ya Ramadhan ili kukuweka kwenye mstari wa mbele katika funga yako. Tazama runinga ya KBC Channel 1 katika mwezi huu mtukufu wa Ramadhan ili kukuza na kuhifadhi imani yako.
Yeyote atakaye kufuru katika nyinyi baada ya kushuka meza hiyo ikawa na chakula baada ya kuwa ametekeleza saumu, si tuangalia matendo aliyofanya, maadamu atakuwa amekufuru, fa inni uadhibuhu, hakika mimi nitamwadhibu yeyote atakaye kufuru.
Ibada ya funga imefaradhishiwa ummati Muhammad na sisi sote Waislamu ili tuweze kumcha Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kama ilivyokusudiwa wale ambao walitutangulia.
And I noticed my girl wasn't by my side. Could've sworn I was dreaming, for her I was fiending, so I had to take a little ride. Backtracking on these few years, trying to figure out what I do to make it go bad. Cause ever since my girl left me, my whole life came crashing, and I'm so lonely, Mr. Lonely. I have nobody. Let you walk right out of my life. After all I put you through, you still stuck around and stayed by my side. What really hurt me is I broke your heart, baby. You were a good girl and I had no right. I really wanna make things right, cause without you in my life, girl, I'm so lonely, Mr. Lonely. I have
man, come tough him. Gentlemen, usually I don't do this, but I'ma go ahead and do it. Break it down. Now Lisa man, Kiko man, come tough him. Mwenye busara nikishampata nije, utupe baraka zako niwe na yeye. Hey, tupendane hadi kifo tusitengane. Hey, moyo kawa inamtafuta sana jiko ataeni washa. Yani wewe pekee nimekutafuta sana hadi nimekupata. Kwa roho yako niwe na wewe. Nifungulie, nifungulie.
Kusingo sana makuja ukimuna kutoa kajinamia sababu ya maisha na mshanga
penzi lako ni heli lipigwe fimbo kwa sababu tajikuna ama tajikanda na maji moto maumivu ya tua jikuni wala jikandi na maji na kule upasuaji yoyo makosa nimewalifanya kama unajisi tunaweza leta kele ingeweza tenda
you looking for? Can I young Lou make money anymore? Shake your feet, baby girl, and hang on. Imagine your quarrel, did you want my Lou? Who are you? What are you? Who the hell do you think you are? What are you? Get the hell out of my face because, hey, I am unblockable. I am unbeatable. I am unsuable. So if you like my
pamoja tumalize kitu ni nome metufunga mkono kapi hainisaidii nini haikusaidii wewe tusonge mbele misaki pesa yako ya uwizi mitabaki na yangu nilipata fiti hakuna mtu aliumia hakuna mtu aliosha hakuna mtu alirushwa rise up my brother rise up my sister tumeishukishe tuikomeshe
na hongo na mtoi bila elimu nikanetwa bila simu madhare bila wazimu shule bila mwalimu nimengoja idi nimeenda huku na huku mimi mwenyewe sukuma wiki na ugali sukuma wiki huku ya neighbor city tumalize ufisadi kama mbao kasi tatoa kitu kidogo story kitu kidogo nasema nini story kitu kidogo nimechoka na kutoa hongo story kitu kidogo nasema nini story kitu kidogo nimechoka na kutoa kila dia nadai corruption ni blunder ni handa napatana na usiku nikitoka job kwa njia ka sina mia hawezi nihurumia kwanza kijana
kitu kidogo Jim Watt right there with Sitowi kitu kidogo good old days now right into our first interview of the day and our first artist goes by the name Manson Angima.
Yeah.
Yes, Manson Angima. He is a gospel artist, singer, songwriter, and performer. How are you?
Niko poa kabisa.
Luku?
Ni Mungu.
Ukiuliza Luku nasema ni Mungu. Welcome to the program. Welcome to Good Morning Kenya. If you may just introduce uambie watu exactly what you do.
My name is Manson Angima, an upcoming gospel artist from the...
Who inspired you to make music?
I can say my mom. Yeah, she used to sing, boy, and through her singing, it brought intent that there was God is calling on this. Since my mom could not reach the world because she never went to studio and did music, and I believe since I have I'm doing that for her.
Your mom was a good singer?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So since you started, how would you say that journey has been for you?
It's not an easy journey because, let me say, ministry, yeah, so it needs a lot of commitment, and for you to know why you're in this ministry, yeah, so the purpose matters a lot.
It is costly.
It's free, like it's something you should give, because mostly if you have intentions like you want to do ministry as a job, you may be frustrated at times. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But again, when you come in there, don't come with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like ministry should be free. It should not be taken like a job. Yeah.
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 But then how do you get to pay your bills? And then you have other things that bring you income.
Yeah, I have other things, and that is why I'm employing a strong. Najua ikifika kulipa italipa, but again, that is not the intention
from the start. Yeah. Okay, so you said you got inspired into music by your mom, through your mom, when you listened to her sing, while growing up. So does it mean go from when you were young, you knew you were going to do gospel? You started off with maybe secular and then you switched? From just the get-go?
I was brought up in a Christian family. So besides my mom, me going to church Sundays, doing choir practices, I noticed I can write music. Yeah, so through writing, I started writing. I then felt the message I'm writing for people to sing, to deliver, I can deliver it myself. Yeah, so it felt I sing myself because there are reasons why you write a song. Yeah, so that is why a good number of on my real life story. Yeah.
So you used to write music for others to sing.
Yeah.
Do you still do that?
Yeah.
You still write music for other artists?
Yeah.
And I want to get into that. When you write music for other artists, how do you go about it? Manson, nataka uniandikie ngoma ya kuhusu this and that. Ama they just come to you and they're like, tuandikie ngoma, wewe uamue tu unaandika.
No, mtu akikuja anakuambia I specifically want this theme. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so unaandika tu. There's a time tulikuwa na conversation writers na how they get paid. Mara mingi you're just paid one off. Unamwandikia, anakulipa, your story inaisha. Like, hauendelei kukulia hiyo mziki. The case for you?
It depends on how you agree. Yeah, mostly unazaandikia mtu depending na vile atamain kama atakupea credit kwa video, sababu hiyo credit kuna mwenye atapenda hiyo mziki na yeye atataka aandikiwe.
Yeah. Okay. I think unique, sijui kama ni juu Kenya systems really when it comes to royalties aziko vile, because I feel like songwriters bado unafaa ukuwe acknowledged kwa ngoma ya mtu mwenye umemwandikia, so that when royalties come in, I think it's because of our systems, they're not or that could...
In a depend maybe the agreement,
yeah.
And just sometimes when I an agreement, I'm paying this amount of money, then ukilipwa yote
why atataja mahali kwa interview tuliniandikia wimbo.
Exactly, so inakuanga ni agreement tu wenye like artist na the writer.
Yeah. Kuna swali?
Any collab maybe coming?
Yeah. Yeah, we are already working on it. Yeah.
You're working on a collaboration.
Yeah.
What is that thing that you looked into ndo ukasema nataka kufanya collab? Kwa channel yako sijaona any collab.
I'm glad I'm planning a collab with an artist whom I feel. Yeah. Yeah, so napenda kila kitu ya huyo msanii. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How music that you create? Kiambiwa na mtu to describe the music that you create, how would you describe it?
As I said, my music life story and my daily happenings, kila kitu yenye ina happen kila siku. Yeah, so that is I'm doing music iko best na mimi kwa sababu na feel audience yangu wengi ni vijana. Yeah, so kama imeongelea maisha yangu when I was in campus and stuff. So na feel fikia vijana huko nje itawasaidia na itawaongelesha.
Okay.
Kwa sababu ni the words ziko kwa nyimbo zangu ni maisha ya kila siku. Naam.
Please, as we also let people know where they can find you on social media and where to get your music.
My latest song inaitwa Muweza. We had an accident when we were going to film that song. So na feel the Muweza song iko na nilifeel God gave me that song vitu mingi because I felt I was singing Mungu ni Muweza without a really testimony on vile Mungu amekuwa muweza kwangu. Yeah.
Okay. Where they can find you on social media and where to find your songs. I believe this is your camera.
Okay. Yeah. YouTube, Manson Angima, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere.
All right. Thank you so much for coming through to the show. Unique, utatuchezea Muweza as we finish off with this interview, but don't you go too far. When I come, I will be joined by one Mr. C. Mr. C is a DJ, producer, remixer. You'll get to know more about him in a bit.
Kutoka mwanzo leo nimejionea, nimeyasikia matendo yako, na sasa leo nimejionea, mabubu walinena, na hata leo bado unatenda, vipofu waliona
nitakesha, mimi nitakesha. Nikisema ndio simulie matendo yako, mimi nitakesha. Akili zako hazichunguziki, mawazo yako hayachunguziki, unatenda kwa wakati wako.
Track inanichangamsha na nimechoka na kutoa kitu kidogo, ikitatao karacha doshi kama mbao kasi tatoa kitu kidogo, kitu kidogo, nasema nini sitowi kitu kidogo, talala ndani sitowi kitu kidogo, nimechoka na kutoa Mungu, nasema nini sitowi kitu kidogo, talala ndani corruption ni blanda, hata maanda napatana na usiku nikitoka job kwa njia ka sina mia hawezi nihurumia, wanza kitanaye kutoa kipande maze Joe skinny Lisa hawafa tabidi umelala ndani bana, najua right zangu yo sikubali, una right mimi naona una wrong, akanipiga kibao kuweka imanga kwa Mariamu inaniongelesha nadhani wewe ni nyanyangu, si hivyo nimefikisha 18 tujuzi na kupata ID ina go down, slow down, nielewi unaanza kuongea ganje, story kidogo, nasema nini story kidogo, talala ndani nimechoka na kutoa Mungu, story kidogo, nasema nini story kidogo, talala ndani nimechoka na kutoa Mungu, tumechezana watu ka 15 kwa hiyo pick up kile store.
And one thing about career woman is that it's the one thing that you can play on your own, also play it socially, and even as many things that you get to solve.
For a long time, women could not visit this club. And it's called challenges of, assimilating members who don't conform in codes.
It takes up time. You need like 5 hours.
Yes.
4 to 5 hours to play.
Indeed, yeah.
So, balancing the role of being a mother, of having a job, can be a challenge.
But otherwise, it's fun. You get to interact with different personalities.
KBC Channel 1 imeandaa vipindi spesheli katika mwezi mtukufu kwa ajili yako.
Allahu Akbar.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.
Ukumbi wa Kiislamu na hutuba ya Ijumaa, kutakuwa na makala yanayoangazia masuala ya funga, mawaidha,
whosoever witnesses then he should fast.
Vipindi vya mapishi.
Katika mapishi ya Ramadhani tutatayarisha pilau
Utahitaji viazi, vitunguu vinne vikubwa, na zabibu
na kaswida mbalimbali. Pia tumekuandalia kalenda ya weka kwenye mstari wa mbele katika funga yako. Tazama runinga ya KBC Channel 1 katika mwezi ili kukuza na kuhifadhi imani yako.
Yeyote atakaye baada ya kushuka meza hiyo ikawa na chakula, baada ya kuwa ametekeleza saumu, si tuangalia matendo aliyofanya, maadamu atakuwa amekufuru, fa inni uadhibuhu, adhibu yeyote atakaye kufuru.
Ibada ya funga imefaradhishiwa ummati Muhammad na sisi sote Waislamu ili tuweze kumcha Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, wale ambao walitutangulia.
Okay, you are right in time for our next interview. And right now I am joined by a DJ, a remixer. I've also seen on his bio a sampler. Yes, Mr. C is his name. What's up?
What's up?
You're doing well?
Yep.
Let me just begin with, I've not seen remixer and sampler. I know people sample music. Right. I know people remix music. Put it like, yes, it's part of my bio. So tell me a bit about that. Remixer, sampler.
Yeah, like sampling music because I'm a sampler-based producer. Like I take sounds and I try to manipulate them to bring another voice. Nachukua sound ya kitambo and then try to manipulate it to bring it such as just giving a different vibe.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So kama urban tone, because urban tone inatumia sound ya kitambo, and then we have other artists like vibe to that sound ya kitambo, but kama yako ni like you just bring it, you give it a different vibe in terms of the production.
Yes, exactly. Like literally everything.
Yeah. Doing that, don't you get actual you know, producers of the song?
No, it's really hard for me to get. Vile una manipulate, vile una chop the samples, it's really hard for someone to identify the original sound. So it's not, I just put it out there. I do so much with it that hata ukisikia utasema, you really did sample this, as in I sound the same. So
like it's totally different.
Yeah,
someone can't.
Yeah.
You want to tell me the original producer of a particular sound won't know that this is actually my sound that has been.
Elements you sample, you can sample the bass line, you can sample the melody, you can sample the drum, so it depends. But if you have a good ear, you can tell.
Okay.
Right.
Is that also the same na your story, a remixer?
Yeah, it's more or less, because if you're making remix, it's just that remix platforms kama Spotify or Apple Music, because sijapata bado the rights. But yeah, you're just a remixer, so you make remixes of tracks. Sampler-based producer, remixer, and I mean you can come up with your own sound, like from scratch. You make a beat from scratch, and then you just put like a vocal over it. New song, it's just a remix.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So how did you get started in the industry?
I mean, I think nilikuwa na musical background from my folks. Like, so I think ilianzia hapo. Yeah.
So just from you being a kid.
Yeah, I've never been to a music school before. Nikaanza to play around with sounds. That's it. Yeah.
And when did you decide, okay, I'm going to be a producer? Because maybe you can grow up mara more. The first thing that comes to mind, I don't think, is I would want to be the person who makes
this song to be, you know, like the beat of it and all that. When we are watching as kids, have it, you're like, I would love to be him, I would love to be her, I would love to be the musician.
Right.
So for you, like, what made you, or when exactly did you get that click of someone like a producer, and I would love to be that?
Producer and a DJ, because I play music.
Oh yes, you DJ as well.
Yeah. Nilianza ku play music back in campus, Nikwa campus, but it's sikuwa take it into consideration as well. But I used to make beats as well, like nilikuwa bedroom producer and DJ. And when I started doing gigs, I mean, people were like vibing to whatever I was trying to do, sampling, and like, yeah, I want to really venture into sound production and just playing music in general. So DJing as well, like, I think so many people identify me as a DJ. Yeah, but wase wananijua make music as well. So yeah.
Yeah, when I was checking your Instagram page, most of the content in there is you as a DJ. But you also corrected me in a way. You told me sometimes you do live. What does that look like? So
it's like playing melodies live. So ukiangalia IG yangu, I just try to have like a beat. People call it beat pad, but it's more of like a subcon. But it allows you to play melodies. You can finger drum. You can add. You can chop samples now live. So many videos I try to chop samples, playing melodies. Yeah, that's basically what I do. Like, okay, kwa gig utasikia umse try to play piano, umse try to play different sound. Yeah. So you're listening to Angela, but unasikia ni make up melody yangu live. So like, okay, you get.
And like, how do people respond to that? You know, when you're live, when you're doing it live in a crowd, there are people, there's an audience, and you do reaction from them compared to when you just play the music as it is.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, it's pretty difficult kufanya hivyo na so much is going on. So much kuna watu kwa booth and you're just trying to concentrate. At the same time, you don't know like reception takuaje because you're trying something new to, you're giving people something new. So watu walikuwa like, una try nini? What's this? Like just play music and that. But vile wase walikuwa like, this a new thing, man. Like it's easy, wase embrace kabisa. So yeah. My next question was on what sets your production apart. But I think it's, would you say it's the same, what you were just talking about, or just apart from every other DJ, from every other music producer out there? Well, that's a good question. Specific sound, like, okay, ukikam kwa set yangu utasikia tu, okay, this something umsana try. Like I'm very experimental. Cheza any sound, like I bring samples, you know, that try to remix that. I'm not sure, but I feel like you know and set apart. Yeah, trying just to play samples live, trying to play melodies live. So yeah.
Yeah, okay. Do you work with artists? Like, do you produce music for different artists? And how does that creative process look like?
So an underground artist to limit some function back in campus. So it took on our music now, it's out on streaming platforms. But I'm yet to work with Savara and Kina Bensol. That's people who we talk to, like we're supposed to do projects together. So it's on the way. But for now, I just look like for. I feel like it's easier for me to get songs out there and then just try to put my beat, because I have gigs, so it's easier for me to play other than kutafuta, I don't know, Nyashinsky, really good artist, but by the time namfikia kwangu. So I'd rather make a remix and then send it to him and upload it on my socials. On my socials, alafu new tag ama kitu kaya. So that's what I do right now. That's why I say it's like I try to the attention of the artists. So you just do your thing, you put it up there, whoever will see it and like it, they can come in and you work together. Yes.
Typical day look like as a, first let's do as a DJ, and what does a typical day for you as a producer when you're producing music? So saizi nilikuwa nimelala kama singekuwa na interview. But during
in the afternoon, and then the first thing I do is just play music, try to play music, kusikia two different sounds, and after that, usiku sana inakuanga like my working day. That's on Thursdays, so Monday through Wednesdays, I'm just, trying to listen to new sounds. Yeah. Yeah.
As a DJ and as a producer, you may cover both of them. All right, can you share with us some of your most memorable experience in the field?
Well, recently there was this DJ from Nigeria. I don't know if you know her, Dope Caesar. She's arguably one of the best DJs in Africa. I went with her, and man, it was one of the most, actually, it was so unforgettable because the night was, everyone was there, like Nigerians, Kenyans, and then she was playing bangers after bangers, and then she was there right next to me during my set as well, and I don't know, I can't explain the feeling. It was just, unforgettable. Yeah, it was unforgettable. So far, this year, I would say this year. Yeah.
All right, today on today's set or show, my DJ, Unique That DJ, is playing throwback music. We just want to hear the perspective of your perspective as someone who understands music, because if you're a producer, you definitely sounds. When you listen to throwback music and the songs that are being released now, specifically Kenyan music, what's the difference in that you can easily just identify in the music production, not video?
I mean, different times. I feel like saizi producers are now also exposed to, different machines, and they can work with different, plugins, DWs. Kitambo ilikuwa way ahead of its time because considering walikuwa na limited resources. So I don't know how Gopa DJs or Caliph Records used to make the beats, but zilikuwa tu zina sound. Yeah, it's timeless. I would say that. That's the word. It's timeless. But yeah, to me, it's like walikuwa limited, but so on top of the game, kabisa. Like Kenyan producers, they're on top of the game. So, yeah.
Yeah, and then what changes maybe technologically speaking now over the years? Like right now, maybe unaweza sema since you started doing what you're doing right now, na saizi, what changes have been there in terms of technology?
Yeah, different softwares for sure zimekuwa, put out there. I feel like in terms of DJing, program people used to play music, they've incorporated stems. You can now remove the vocals, you can now remove the bass lines, you can now remove the drums completely, man, because before that, like hata siwezi kumbuka vile nilikuwa na DJ without removing the vocal or bass line. So it's a huge change, and for production, DAWs wanafanya so much. There are plugins that you can really manipulate music, you can mix music and master without the need of and sound engineer kufanya all that. So vitu zimechange to AI is there as well. AI can master, can mix your song, can make a beat. AI imekuja kama change literally everything.
Yeah, and you feel it's gotten easier?
No? I feel like production, hata kama kutakuwa na 40 years, there's something that's in you that the machine can't do, like AI can't do. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
With this era of AI, works pia juu sasa unaiambia tu unaicommand do this and this, do this, itakuwa ni kama vile tu sema Siri sijui what.
I don't think it's just easy, because when it comes to production ama ku play music, it's require a lot of creativity. AI has it. So when you think of a sound or melodic play in your head, I don't think the AI can really do kumaster, and yeah. So kuna vitu to me haiwezi fanya. Yeah.
What would you say makes a good song? What makes a good song?
The production. I would say the production, just like the production, how the song is mixed and mastered. Yeah, nitakuwa biased because I make beats, so ntasema production, but yeah, that's it.
Song and a hit song. Are all hit songs good songs from your perspective?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think
Kuna
so.
hit songs. Watu wanapenda vitu zile.
Okay, I mean, mini DJ, so I listen to a lot of sounds. Of course, niko na specific sounds that speaks to me, but kuna zingine hata kama get some element like nasikia hiyo baseline niko like hiyo baseline na sound fiti, or you know the vocalist ame come through vibaya sana. So yeah, I would say kuna vitu tu itanibamba hata kama I'm not into it sana.
Yeah. But hit songs don't equate to good songs.
Yeah, for sure.
Inaweza kuwa tu ni the trend at that time. Yeah, and still on hit songs, there's a question I love asking any person who's good with music when they come on this show, and what makes a hit song? Is it the sound of the song? Is it the work you put into pushing the song? Is it ni bahati tu umeangukia like imekupata tu and ni bahati mzuri, like is it the artist himself? Like what makes a hit song?
Yeah, the work and then the artist as well. But to me, I feel like a good song, it just speaks for itself. Especially ukipush, kupackage it vizuri. And yeah, so I mean, any song can be a hit song really. Just push, you know. Yeah.
So it entails a lot of things.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Kitu moja.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're in the era of social media, and now TikTok is. When it comes to pushing music, I feel like TikTok pushes music more than any other platform, you know, not even YouTube pushes music. Like the moment your song just hits on TikTok, it is all over the world, you know. Are there songs you've had hit on TikTok and you feel like muna inawabamba, lakini I won't ask you to mention the song, but
yeah, kuna this. I listen to my piano so much, so kuna the TikTok piano. I can't tell, like, sazingine asikiangizo TikTok sound good, you know, like apart from the challenges, I mean they're really good songs. So sometimes I feel like everyone wants to make the push the song, but at the same time I feel like hizo TikTok songs pia zinakwanga like genuinely good songs, you know. Yeah.
As a DJ, what would you say, you know, from your experience of playing around all over, you know, in different clubs as well, what would you say Kenyans love to listen to?
Well, it depends on Nikki play a bit of the uptown side. I feel like people are more into Afrobeats. Like I would say, like African sound may take over. So regardless of where I'm playing, I feel like African sound, I play a lot of African sound, even hip hop, like even drill. Like saizi drill ya Kenya nasikika drill ya Ghana or
really?
Yeah. Yeah, so I would say wasa nasikia sana African music, you know, Afrobeats, amapiano, and hip hop. When it comes to hip hop, okay, personally I play like people who Nasty C. There are people who listen to, you know, kina Nasty C, like rappers. Just I'm saying rappers from Africa. Just so.
Yeah, that's what people are listening to. Sana. There has been the question of us not having a sound for the longest. Do we lack a sound as Kenyans, and does that interfere with our growth as an industry and our music getting?
No, I don't like. Mina feel nika tuko na sound yetu, tumeshikwa na sound yetu, you know, from Kapuka. Kapuka literally it's a sound.
Still there. That's what we're talking about, like the consistency of our sound. It's like we normally get this sound, we go with it for maybe years and another kind of sound. But from you as someone who listens to music and you can tell, you know, sound.
No, but it happens everywhere. South Africa walikuwa na kwaito, waka transition into amapiano, kwam, Afro. Pia Kenya, it's more or less the same, you know. Music sound in Asia, wase wanaanza to adapt different sounds. So yeah, tumekuwa na Abaton. I mean, I really jump to those songs, man. Like to me, hizo ni ngoma, like me, they speak to me as well, you know. Tuko na sound yetu for sure, man. Tuko na sound yetu na I really like whatever the new artists are doing, the new wave of artists are trying to sample and coming up with, you know, like it's speaking. Napenda tu vile saini ki play like wase wako Easy abatons, like nikienda kwa club, nikianza the moment I just start playing this abat, like wase wanaanza kujam, wanaanza kuvibe sana. So we have our sound for sure.
It keeps changing, but it's
in a transition. I would say it's not changing, but it's in a transition too. Yeah.
So I was to ask you your thoughts on. I feel like umesha sema.
Yeah, I feel. Yeah. Personally, I love it.
You love
Personally,
it.
I love it.
Yeah, you enjoy.
I enjoy
it.
I enjoy it. Yes, for sure.
Is it something that is gonna go away? I hate to ask this, but let me just ask. You know, when Gengeton came, wave itapotea ishe. And kinda, sorta, maybe, I don't want to be quoted, ni kama imeenda kisahaulika, but it's grown from Gengeton. So, si kama imepotea, ni transition, ni kama mtoto wa Gengeton. You feel like pia Abanton itafika to place, it's just like a wave, we are running with it right now. Within 1 year, we've...
Maybe transitioning. Maybe transitioning
but
to another sound.
Dying.
Maybe not it dying. Because when you speak about Gengeton, to play position or ethic, saizi kwa club, people still jump to those songs. So no, it's not like it died. It's just feel like Abaton, it a transition to a new sound, and even itakuwa, you know. So yeah, I don't feel like it died. Yeah.
I don't want to say hypothetically speaking, but allow your mind to run as wild as it can. What year is Kenyan music being listened to at the... Like the way right now Afrobeat is just, they're crazy about it all over the world, in Hollywood, all over. By that time, they'll be jamming to Kenyan
very
music.
soon, because Grammy kona like an African category. Maybe in the next 2 years, 3 years, but it's imminent for sure. It's coming through. So yeah, 2 or 3 years tutakuwa Grammys for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, you're very...
No, because we have a category tuko na category already. Kitambo tuko nayo. So I feel like Thailand may win.
Yeah.
So inakam.
Yeah.
It's wala inakam.
So they have their eyes on the African sound, and it's all over Africa, not just South. Right now it's just South Africa and Nigeria, but they're gonna
itafika Kenya, because I feel Kenya. Yeah, so itafika Kenya for sure.
Yeah, I love the way you believe in our music. Umesema in the next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years.
Shout out to by
yeah, he's
coming
coming up
the first Grammy winner, you never know. So that's what's up.
All right, as we was watching and they would love to be a beat maker, they would love to be a DJ, what advice do you give them in being a good one?
I mean, it's just, and that's it. Passion when I drive everything. So, also when I nimeenda DJ school, I've never been to DJ school before. It's just like nimeishi kwa tuna music and nimependa ni passion na nilijifunza everything, you know, even the production as well. Like ni mimi peke yangu na kanga tu kwa keja and I was like YouTube.
Yeah.
So it's passion. If you're passionate about it, then
yeah. Put in the work, try.
That's it.
All right, thank you so much for coming through. Is there something that you would love to say?
Yeah, shout out to every single person watching. The whole family is watching, the whole crew.
Oh.
Mzai wangu anauchi bebe. So shout out to my dad, my sisters, and yeah.
That's amazing. We are now in the era whereby parents still believe in DJing and producing music and entertainment in general as a career. You means they support you. Shout out to you guys. You're amazing. All right, you can share your social media platforms to Kienda on a musical break, and then
yeah, it's just Mr. C. Okay, search to Mr. C, utapata Mr. C. I'm the only Mr. C.
All right, that was Mr. C for you. I am sure that you have enjoyed this music, this particular conversation out on his socials. It's full of what he does. So kienda uko utafurahi, and then you can be checking out when he's having gigs and showing up for the gigs. We take a shot. We come back with Uncle Jingjong.
KBC Channel 1. We are a TV station like... Get a taste of the best in entertainment.
Yes, indeed.
Will you promise me?
I swear that you will never lose me. I can't get married to you.
I'm sure you knew about it. That's why you're making fun of me.
Experience.
Get out. Who is the man in this one?
And the...
Hii wigi umevaa kichwani.
Sile wakati tulikuwa tunaapishwa tunapewa mheshimiwa.
Move to the beat.
We are live from Broadcasting House.
And get informed on the latest. KBC Channel 1. We are the full package.
Oh, yes.
And Kenya's...
Much for joining us.
Fasting is just abstinence from something physical, temporal, and spiritual advantage.
So basically it doesn't just entail food?
No, it doesn't entail food. And in because there are people whose passion and priority is not food, actually. We are dealing with a very interesting generation today. Something like social media, for instance, to them is a very big deal from maybe food or something else.
So we can fast social media?
Correct. Of a religious background is that we have been presented this God that is of errands. I mean, God is an ATM. If you want something, you pop in your card and you get cash. If you want to send him to errands, little correct fasting that is happening in the church today, I dare say.
It's down. It's down. Uncle Ding Dong. He's a rough, dirty up, doctor. Bigger look kula wa achabi. Wa kula wa achabi. Wa achabi. Bigger look kula wa achabi. Achabi. Bigger look kula wa achabi. Kuna joto vidole ni mangoto mangoto moto moto kwa mkono wa kushoto clacks pong clacks amigang fiti shine mabati mine lagunya delta makati ziko fine kagwata security don't waste my time piga luku kula wa achabi 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 I looking free hizim juu chini siezi kosa hata kama sikomboka skylarkin na makina kibonda do I looking free and looking free is important hata kama sikomboka skylarkin na makina kibonda blow ya vigo lakini kuna luku ninataka kuwa show so na wapita slow mo ukebe luku dance halling don't call me good vibes and big money. This fit like honey. Lazima dunia nzima itajua mimi nani. Income funny. Na mimi napita nayo unajua radani gani venye hao wapo unichanganisha. Watakuja kuni
Yes. We have Uncle Jingjang in studio with us right now. He gave us one. Then now, you know, he's been just flying. Hi, Uncle.
Hola.
Mambo.
safi sana.
Mbona umejita anko manze na vile wewe ni mianga?
Tu ni anko, kwani anko hawezi kuwa young?
Okay, kuna anko hata wa young kabisa, you know, but
kwa sababu anko kwa familia ni kana kwanga mediator, masijua anakwanga between the big guns and the younger ones. Saa hiyo ndo karoli yangu kwa society. Ndo kwa maana hata aliniita hivyo.
Wacha vile ni role lingine.
Naelewana na watu wakubwa, bado nikikaa na watu younger than me tunaelewa.
Oh, so you vibe with every age group. Una vibe na wase wa young, una vibe na wazae, una vibe
kama mtu akikam.
Yeah. Would you say your music inafanya the same thing?
Yeah.
Ukiandika ngoma una vibe like mse mdogo ataienjoy mse.
Ndo kwa maana napendanga video zangu kitu yenye mtoto anaweza watch na nyanyake.
By the way, come to talk of that, Jingjong, by the way, video zako hazikuangi chafu. It's intentional from Mr. Fanya video chafu. Yeah.
Kitu tu family friendly. PG. Kitu yenye hata ukipata mtoto wako akiwatch hawezi mwambia toa hiyo kitu.
Is that working for you well?
Ndio hii imenifikisha hapa.
Yeah, kwa sababu era ya time yenye ni time yenye Gengeton pia ilikuwa iko around, and videos za ngoma zingine were like kuna venye hata station, but we'll ukaamua tu like mine will be different.
Hata lyrics, that's the goal.
Kwambia freestyle hapa sasa kwa nashtuka ati station kuna venye tunaweza
sinanga lyrics explicit.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We're very glad to have you here. The last time I think we had an interview with you, not on this show. We did it pale KNT.
Country code.
Okay, so since you dropped Waanjapi, how has life been for you in terms of music?
A lot has changed. Kuliko vile nilikuwa na expect. I think nimeanza ku expect more. I feel change to where I'm supposed to be, but life may change.
But you still feel there's more to come. Yeah. Ndoto Waanjapi, I'm referring to Waanjapi because to the limelight kabisa. So kabla utoe Waanjapi, ulikuwa umefanya ngoma ngapi, ama was that your first music?
It was maybe my third song. I started doing it professionally, this music thing professionally, but before nimeandika ngoma mingi sana. Hobby tu, naboekanga tu hivi naanza kuandika mistari.
Umekuwa ukiandika from when?
17 maybe.
Yeah.
16, 17.
Unaweza kumbuka ngoma ya kwanza kabisa nini?
Siwezi kumbuka.
Wezi kumbuka 2017 ni juzi Jingjong.
Unajua nimeandika ngoma. Na si zote nimepost. Unless uniambie zile zenye nimepost.
Release was
20.
No, the song uli release ya kwanza.
Acha nikwambie. Kuna zenye nili release. Nikaamua kuifanya professionally kitu. Nikazieka private. So kwanza ni Falamanga. But watu walikuwa wanajua kutoka kitambo kuna list ya mangoma zingine hide.
Mbona? Because I feel kuna si wewe pekee, wasanii wengi kuna ngoma zenye so kwa nini huwa mna hide some of the songs?
Juu haziendani na vision.
Okay.
Najua msanii ni brand.
Yeah.
So hata tuseme kama walikuwa wanauza peanut butter kitambo, sasa zile wako serious, wakaamua wenyewe tukue Blue Band, wakaacha kumanufacture peanut butter hivyo sana. Ni cut the same concept.
So wewe kama Jingjong as a brand unataka kuwa portrayed aje? Like what does your brand yako yani inaangalia wapi?
Me basically nothing more, nothing less. Yani mtu akisikia tu Uncle Jingjong in all perspectives, si kuimba pekee, kuna production, kuna instruments, kuna feel ni part of music. Yani everything in general. That's what I'm targeting. Saja akipenda naweza fungulia kampuni yangu, everything music.
Everything is possible. Penda.
Amdonye tu.
Mdonye.
Mdonye.
Mdogo. Naweza sema ukiwa kwa industry, first of all sound yako ni gani? Sitaki kusema wewe ni gengeton artist, sitaki kusema ukiambiwa unajicategorize wapi?
Kenyan dancehall.
Kenyan dancehall music. Na Kenyan dancehall, the likes of akina Red Sun. Yeah. Kenyan dancehall unaweza sema as it imedoze iko ama iko unaiplace wapi Kenyan dancehall? Because I don't think the Kenyan, okay, maybe wewe unajua wengi unaweza tuambia, like, but for me si feel kama kuna Kenyan dancehall artists wengi mainstream.
Nikatu watu wako confused juu kuna kazi lakini I think nikani mimi peke yangu ndio na push Kenyan dancehall juu watu wengine wanafanya dancehall afanyi Kenyan kama wa Jamaica sana, lakini mimi najaribu kuonyesha naweza imba kidancehall bado ni mix na English na naona juu kuna aspects mingi za kuna intonation, kuna sasa hizi unless uko msanii ndio elewe, ukiandika mistari unafaa kuandika breath. Nikisema hivyo unanielewa?
Wewe sema
breath. Kwa 4 lines unafaa kumeka breaths pia. Unielewa? So kuna hizo aspects zenye ziko specific to dancehall. So dancehall kama mjamika tu.
And I get what you're saying and I love it kwa sababu nasema the dancehall artists wenye najua wanaongeanga patwa, hata akikuja interview hata maintain ile brand yake, you know, so tutakuja hapa hivi mia you know,
hiyo ni ku-overdo sasa.
So it's good. Yes, you're dancehall, but you give it a Kenyan vibe.
Design mwenye ile Kiswahili anaweza elewa 1 2 3 1 2 3 na as long as bado beats zinambamba nini bado hataelewa 1 2 3. Na mwenye ako Kenya unajua si kila mtu ana dancehall, so bado pia atasikia 1 2 3. Nataka nimeka sheng yangu ama ni shembetenga ama ni whatever point.
Na pia ni it's easier for that kuenda outside than, you know, I can imagine a Jamaican is your dancehall atakuwa more interested in listening to it than asikie Mkenya mwenye amefanya patwa, like, because of course the way their patwa sounds like. So it's a good strategy for you. It's a good thing for you. Nimeuliza Mr. C about urban tone. Your view pia wewe ya urban tone. What's your take on urban tone?
Acha niwa comment kwanza. Siezi hate, wanafanya kazi. Kinyeneza wa advice wa try to kuacha kutumia beat za wenyewe. In the long run, hiyo kitu itaumiza. Hiyo tu. Hiyo itaumiza. Juu be creative. Tayari uko na kuandika mysteries na bamba watu nini. Ukikuwa tu creative kidogo tu, hata kama utasample hiyo beat, itakusaidia sana. But the moment unachukua tu beat ya mtu mwingine wa kitabu venye ilikuwa, unajijenga. Alafu kidogo anza kusema usanii na pesa, sijui nini, na sio hivyo. Ile path yenye mmechukua sio path yenye iko. Naweza sema ni wave, but the moment wata realize kenye nasema, haitakuwa wave tena. Ni kitu hata labda watoto wetu watakuwa na like bado sini wasanii. Naona kama Eja bado tu ni msanii. Hiyo design. Juu si sema vijana si aspect ya kutumia beat za wenyewe hivi kidogo.
Hiyo tu ndo unafeel inaweza waletea, utaweza kumake dough through your music.
Kama waniamini, mimi hata ndo naweza sema nilianzisha hii kitu. Record last year but one man last year but two.
By the way, ulitumia beats za Clarks.
Remix. Na iko na sijui 3.what million views.
Niambie ikupati do.
Ndo kwa maana niliacha. After hapo nikasema beats zenye ndo dancehall kutengeneza.
Wait, aupati any money from Anjapi, like in terms of
like hizi ngoma zenye hata zijafika 100k views zinaniingizia pesa kuliko million views, kwa sababu tu ya beat ya vibes. So in the long run si kitu advisable. So maybe realize it for themselves.
Kila mtu apigwe kiboko kivyake.
Pia mimi nilipigwa yangu.
They learn from their own experience. So whoever is listening na maybe ana feel okay. Atasikiza mwenye atamuacha tu mbele ni rambe.
Unajua Wakenya ni wajinga. Utampatia advice kama hiyo aseme una hate. Hadi masaa ingine tu mtu akiingia kwa mtaro atoke ajipanguze, mwambie nilikuwa madu.
Okay, so Kenyan music, I think in 2020, before 2020, kulikuwa na conversation ya music. People are not listening to Kenyan music, not just at the TV stations and radio stations, hata watu tu kwa club, people are not listening to Kenyan music, ni wasafi. Kila ngoma and Nigerian music. Do you feel like now people are listening more to Kenyan music? Watu wanasikiza muziki?
Watu wanaisikia more. Yes, yeah. Watu wanaisikia more, si ati nini.
Saizi watu wanasikiza Kenyan music more?
Hata kwa clubs, hata
Okay. You released an album. Congratulations on that, by the way. Si rahisi kutoa album. December, that's last year, right? Inaitwa Tafakari ya Anko.
Yes.
Niambie kuhusu album. It had 17 songs.
The album, nasema Tafakari ya Anko, ni venye wahenga venye walikuwa wanasema na wahenguzi. Methali zao na manini.
Misemo.
Na mamisemo. Sasa mimi naambia mtafakari juu pia mimi hapo ndani zangu na manini. Hata piga luku kula wanja bado ni msemo yangu. Hiyo design sasa. So, reason nilipatia hiyo album hiyo jina. Na by the time namalizana na hiyo album, mwapatia mamethali kadhaa wakaka.
Umetoka umetupea mamethali kadhaa.
Lazima mtatafakari.
Wewe utakuwa mhenga, watoto wa generations to come. Mehenga Jingjong. Alright, so Jingjong, like mtu akiangalia the chawak
of that album picture work yake, come to aone nini, because it's you, kuna speakers, kuna hii nini ya master nini, there's nini, like what was the idea ukitengeneza like the cover photo of your album?
Ni mimi sijui mbona watu wana confusing, wanaona sijui ni nani.
Ai, kuna mtu anaona kani mtu mwingine? Oh, okay.
So nilivia venye niko diverse na kwa hiyo album, si ati kuna one genre, kuna hata dancehall hivi, kuna ingine hata nimejaribu hivi hiyo ni love song.
Uko na love song?
Ukisikia hapo
inaitwa
Katamu na Kakali.
Okay.
So our watu watatu ndo nilikuwa nisha diversify studio. Ni sijui mnapenda tu studio, mimi ushinda studio, situngi studio, yani kila the aspect of music toka vile nilikuwa nakwambia, everything music. So that was the idea.
That was the idea behind the collaborated with several people on the album. Uko na ngoma na Brida, uko na ngoma na Lil Maina, uko na ngoma na rap na yeye I think kama 3 kwa album, ama ni kama 3, right? Niambie kuhusu the collaboration. Umefanya naye ngoma ni mgani?
Rap Doctor. Unaona kwa hiyo anja pia kwanza. Wewe mwenye anaingia after mimi.
Okay. Collaborate in the album, you've done how many collaborations with him? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Mbona yeye ame take, you know, such a huge chunk kwa hiyo album?
Coincidence too maybe. Juu pia ni mtu nakaanga naye sana. Nimecollaborate nao hapo. Ni friends tu. Hata wasanii wenye mnajua. Mimi nawajua. Si ati ni mtu nitatarget ati nataka huyu. Ni friends tu. Ukisikia na mimi hapo, usikie vibe imekubamba, utoe mistari zina make sense, na kuambia kalia mic.
Umesema kila mahali huwa ni studio, so unaweza record anywhere. Okay. My hosts on this show, there's one mwenye alisema Kenya kutoa album strategy. Hiyo ni take yake. Alisema it's not really a good strategy kwa sababu Wakenya, unajua album umetoa ngoma mob, like this one's a 17, so like Wakenya hawata take time kusikiza the entire album. An artist would rather just put out single after single after single. Take yako ni gani? Juu pia album inaonyeshanga versatility after yake and all. So take yako on that ni gani?
Unaweza sema ako shallow minded. Ni ukweli juu ukitoa album lazima utatoa nini kadha wa kadha, na nani amekwambia hiyo album unataka tu isikizwe saa hii? Kuna vision na hata labda ndio album itahit. Hata wanja ya kwanza ilichukua kama ania and so ndio hit. Na kampuni fulani outside Kenya wakiona yenyewe unatoa album, hizi distribution company hivi kama hivi, kuangalia more. Unaona? Juu hizo ni za distribution companies na what not, ni za audios. Ma YouTube na TV ndio za videos. Na Spotify itapush hiyo album more. Unaona ikipush ngoma moja kama hiyo album hiyo ngoma moja hit, hizo zote 16 pia zinapushiwa automatically. Unaona? Lakini ukitoa single, hizo ngoma 17 ningetoa single, si zote zingepushiwa, yani unapata up. Hata zile week bora kuna one strong, hiyo week bado itapokea.
Inasukumwa tu bado.
So nasema hiyo ndo pia kuonyesha versatility kama msanii, diversify what not kadha.
Jingjang, aya, process yako ya create ngoma inakaje? Like una creating on a daily. But just give me that process. Inakaangaje? Unakaa hivi, unaamua ama
mto inspiration kwa what is happening around me. Una mtu akona kiatu chafu, mistari zitokee.
Mbona mtu na kiatu chafu?
Anasema as an example, ama naweza ona mistari zitokee. Niziandike tu, niziache hapo. Watu by the way kuna kwanga na ngoma fulani cha ni release. Lakini list mangoma list ama zile ngoma nimeandika ni mingi.
Ni mingi. By the way nini inafanyanga unachagua inter release? Tu umesema uko na ngoma mob, you create all the time. So ngoma ni nyingi. So what makes you decide nita release hata choose 17 kuna ngoma mingi. Maybe hata you took time sana kuchagua okay ni gani zinaingia kwa hii album. So ina make kuingia, ina make ku drop your sahi and so on.
I'm very simple. To just trust my hivyo tu. Nikikaa hivi nisikie yenyewe ngoma imenibamba. Naga tu hapo nikisikia venye inafaa kuguswa inakaa kando. So nikutrust tu guts zangu tu.
You go with your guts. Upea juu wenye you
wako, but I trust my guts more than I trust them. Acha kwanza niweke kwa back pocket. Acha kwanza nijisikie alafu nita consider kidogo kumesema.
Aya, tukimaliza, you have a new song inaitwa Kadede. Tell me about Kadede.
Kadede ni vibe tu, ni ngoma tulikuwa tuna vibe studio, nikasema coincidentally hata mimi sikujua ati watu TikTok wanisikia hivyo wanaifanyia kumbe ishaanza kutembea, acha niwapatie official video.
Okay. Yeah.
So that main yenye imefanya nitoe hiyo video sahi. Maybe kama watu wange show probably kwa watu wange show interest nayo hivyo, mimi ningeendelea tu na gut feeling yangu.
Yeah.
Juu kuna mangomata niko sure tu ni venye tu watu hawajaisikia venye inafaa. So maybe shughulikia kabla mimi nishughulikie, but either way tu nitaishughulikia.
Okay. Iko na challenge by the way Kadede. Ni vile tumeketi. Tuna dancing jingjong. Sijaona video zako ukidance. Umefanya challenge hii ngoma yako? Aiaje sasa?
Mimi si dancer.
Dancer wa dance.
Nimewachia kazi yao.
Sawa. Look into your camera. Mongelesha mafans wako as you also let them know where they can stream your album. Kwa wenye wako wanajua ulikuwa na album.
So Alo. Uncle Jingjong in the building. Uncle Jingjong. Hivyo tu simple. Hakuna Uncle Jingjong 1, hakuna Uncle Jingjong official, hakuna ni Jingjong to everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Don't get scammed. Company kwa loyal nikisema hivyo na maanisha akina Boomplay, akina Audiomack, akina Spotify. Uncle Jingjong tu hapo bado album yote. Ukifeel kama unataka kuwa ahead of time, ingia tafuta hapo ngoma inakubamba. One day ita hit na utasemanga nilikuwa nimeisikia kabla hata hit. Usonge na masaa, usonge na pace.
All right. Sawa. Shukran sana. Thank you so much for coming through to the show and all the best. Hii album vile tu umesema kila ngoma inajiuza kivyake. So all the best on that, Ding Jong.
Thank you.
All right, that was Uncle Ding Jong himself. Entertainment Thursday. Be sure to stream his album. It's a good album. I've not listened to all of the songs, but it's a good album. Just go songs Jibambe nayo, and yeah, that's how we support our artists from the 254. Right now we take a short break. Don't you go too far.
Point of order. Just asking, is it normal police officer kuwa na tumbo kubwa namna hiyo?
Unaona hapa? Ako kama kalini. Kwanza mimi I don't run a salon. I run a beauty spa. Kwa hivyo hiyo ni makosa. What is the difference? I don't deal with cheap people like you. That's number one.
Madam. Baada ya kupata ile simu. Wewe.
So anisikiliza.
Hapana.
Sasa ulikuwa unainua mkono. Bwana nakukia story ni yangu.
Ulikuwa unainua mkono.
Naweza enda babu ya Kawera. Na mimi ni baby face. Sasa unaongea na mnakani, unaongea kitu ambao hujui.
Sasa baby face ikiwa hiyo ndio sura ya baby face.
Mama, hii story si yako, ni ya ule.
Wewe.
And one thing about golf is that it's the one thing that you can play on your own, also play it socially. Yes. There are so many things that you get to solve.
For a long time, women could not visit this club. And I have done a paper on, it's called Challenges of, assimilating members who don't conform in codes.
Takes up time. You need like 5 hours.
Yes.
4 to 5 hours to play.
Indeed, yeah.
So, balancing the role, balancing a role of having a job can be a challenge.
But otherwise, it's with different personalities.
na mzee Gandhi na mashujaa wengine wengi tu zaidi, ndoto kujisaidia kuepukana na mtaa jenga kuwa star California mtaa moja bala mali master uzaliwa tu kila siku hama aende wapi kali bado iko kwa hiyo familia jo kuingia Kenya mzima mziki kuisikia kama kuza unga kanza pole pole baada ya pole kupanda kila kucha wengine kando wajaribu kumchuja kujiangalia mbele ya kioo kwa ukuta mgeni ndio amekuwa heshima kwa mtaa kwa mkatolika ta heshima wagenge wanatambaa heshima kwa mtaa heshima wagenge wanatambaa heshima kwa mtaa kwa mkatolika ta heshima wagenge wanatambaa ta heshima.
Every day is a brand new day. Every time that I see your face, anything that I would ever need in this world, I'm so glad that you came my way. I'm loving every minute, babe. You're the reason to everything that I am today. I love the way you come around and touch me. The feeling that you give me drive me. The way you look and call me baby. Girl, you mash up my world. I love the way you come around and touch me. The feeling that you give me drive me crazy. You call me baby. Girl, you mash up my world.
Nimekewa madawa siwezi kuacha kila mali siogopi kukuambia mimi nakupenda toa wivu nao zao ni kusema sema huyo manzi alipiga simu mimi hata simjui mimi nimekuwa studio tulikuwa naye wapi juzi najua mlango wangu kwa wazi ukitaka kurudi nimeifungua unasema hapana hapana huku kilia mimi navumilia mimi sana after yote siamini bado zinaniambia nakuaga mimi kwa heri na mimi nakutakia la heri Zame siwezi jamani mpenzi kwa heri nakuaga mimi kwa heri na mimi nakutakia la Zame siwezi jamani mpenzi kwa heri
The DJ other DJs wanna be. It's the one and only
DJ Unique, the message.
Majabu ya jajana baada miaka majabu ya jajana Godfather miko hapa bado baada miaka majabu ya jajana Godfather miko hapa bado baada miaka 10 wako nyuma kule utajusu tunajoe mchezo jamaa medos kwani hamnaga uwezo ya kuthink badala ya kuwest ink lip sync msupane dibia kaletwa na wakeke majabu ya jajana Godfather miko hapa bado baada miaka 10 strategy ndio tunajoe mchezo jamaa medos kwani hamnaga uwezo ya kuthink badala ya kuwest kama lip sync msupane dibia kaletwa na wakeke tunapiga kelele shika ule na ni bure shika ule na ukumbuke usisumuke ukumbuke next time kwa tumesimama katikati ya jamii watiaji na asali liko mbele kuliko wote madwa maisha yangu siku hizi ni mpaka ati mpaka macha hapa kule mimi yule hustler nasaka ganji hapa kule familia nayo kule toka kitamba mabas piga kelele kwenye klabu hapa kule kwenye klabu hapa kule twende klabu hapa kule 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 hapa kule
The DJ other DJs wanna be. It's the one.
Unique, the message.
When I first saw her, she was looking like an angel light. She brought me my mind like a dynamite. She flashed like a lighter in any candlelight, and then she said, all this on me. Yeah, you know, so when you try to hurt nobody, make it a watch your side. I beg you, be good, oh my girl, no be fight. And then she said, all this on me. No, you know, say if I go search it, you know, go fit, rock the MIC, cause you gonna lose control. Hey, search it, I never stop, rock the MIC, I'm not gonna lose control. You gonna lose control, I'm not gonna lose control. Camares, 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 camares. Amanzi wa Nairobi, wanapenda kutiringa, wanapenda kutiringa, na watunda, wanadunda dunda kadunda dunda kadunda dunda kadu, wanadunda dunda kadunda dunda kadu. Yeah, this my tracks left, right, and center. Gilpoyo amoranga, webos neke oreta. Yaba unatunisha tenje, unaruta kama mwenda kitembe, unatumbulu. Let's go. Camares, 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 camares. Amanzi wa Nairobi, wanapenda kutiringa, wanapenda kutiringa. Unaipenda, unaitaka pia. Does it feel that design unaiangalia? First of all, ni obvious. Nyashinski juu ya mic unajua vocals ni so glorious. Na ni popular. Lakini juu ya meza notorious. Demzuri amenof kichali ni jangili. Lakini chali haezi kubali juu ya nini? Akikubali watasema amekuwa soft. Anajua nini, anafikiria kwanza. Situation tricky na nini. Mtaani nina respect victim amin.
DJ Unique, the messenger.
she step into the clubhouse. Them a drop down. And all the ladies just the holla say, them no say what holiday. If you don't so you take a easy, make it no they fall. The way you move your body, girl, it be like say, you no say what holiday. Now the way you they do the thing, get plans for me and you. If I put it on you, you put it on me. What a man can do, the woman can do. So if you do me, I do. Step on the dance floor, man no go vex. Touch me, I touch you. Man no go vex. You say, man no go vex. I say, man.
You, man no go vex. Step on the dance floor, man no go vex. So won't you give it to me? I go give it to you. So make you some more.
They get to see they do me. So make you give it to me. They get to see they do me. So make you give it to me some more.
The DJ, all the DJs wanna be. It's the one.
Unique, the message.
Nikupe mfano leo ni leo, wasema kesho ni muongo, mazini nicheza na mileo arudi nyumbani bila kiuno, wacha nikupe mfano. Ni Jumaa saa 2 ya usiku imefika, wiki shangilia tomo kifika nyumbani, pigia simu Roda na Rukia, Tamika Mona Lisa usisahau China pia, kuja na pesa za kutosha. Penda mangiri simamia, Kiswahili na wakilisha. Mamanzi na forget Kiroga club again from the front to the rear, bringing down the house no matter.
Fans me now wapenda wo wote my haters kama mnipe meza wembe na wapa life kama Saida Karole na wenye wivu wajinyonge. My fans me now wapenda wo wote, my fans me now wapenda wote, na ma autograph mtasign siku zote, na washukuru walioni hold game sitawa let down, I promise. Me na wapa promise too, album yangu itakuwa hit tupu. Act like you know, wakiuliza nana na Roga sema Prezzo. Oh really though, once again here we go. Mr. Jackson knocking on your door. Na wapa mambo, na wapa vidonge wakitema shauri yao. Me na count blessings zangu Joe, na mpende msipende ndivyo ilivyo. Strong, waliodhani sita make it, damn you're dead wrong. Na kama uko down basi sing my song. Kama kufloss is wrong, I can't be right. Sing alone, kama kufloss is wrong, maze I can't be right. My fans me now wapenda wo. Haters kama mnipende kuleni sembe, mena wapa life kama Saida Karole, na wenye wivu. Fans me now wapenda wo.
Naamka kumekucha, napita mama ngina nasikia. Baada ya muda naona demu wakishua. Expensive fender looking utadhani ametua. Wacha nikwambie, dem alikuwa amevaa a black stretcher, blue silky top and a pair of queen. A rare kind of species none of you have ever seen. Anko Masava, jina ni Mustafa. No need for you to worry, we can keep it under. About your current lover. Karibu pita ndani alafu ndo utadiscover. Karibu pita ndani alafu ndo utadiscover.
Bounce to the beat, feel the seat. I'll forget if you see, come show kile unacho fungu tunayo. We got what it
will break the shake that you make your body up and grind. You see my feel what you wanna check. Utapata unataka na wako msako ni kile ya fauaje. Hebu nifanye chipeka kama locomotion, muziki yetu la potion. Twende kazi kiwaziwazi bila wasiwasi, watu wasipote tutaka a good time bila madrive. Na tu believe hiyo kama meka na iko manoma. Hapo sababu tunaanza tutakoma. Na hiyo nini tumesasa vision ya kuwakilisha na kutoka bombshell. Meka na iko manoma. Hapo sababu tunaanza tutakoma. Na hiyo nini tumesasa vision ya kuwakilisha na nazama natoa najua sijambua baadaye mwenye atachojoa.
Yes. And if you did not at least stand up during this show, kwani unajifungia maisha?
Imagine. Why?
Imagine, makosa ukweli makosa si unique at all.
Yeah, true.
I really enjoyed that set. I loved it. Nani umetupeleka?
It come through.
Zingine kuna watu wako hapa najua hata wako wamezaliwa. Angela, ulikuwa umezaliwa ngoma zingine. You know, there are some songs za kitambo.
Sana, by the way.
Really your favorite part of the show today. We had an amazing one. We got to talk to Mr. C. You know, there was Jingjong, tukaongelelea album yake mpya. By the way, ni fan wa Jingjong?
Yeah, true. Yeah, niko na ngoma zake hapa mob sana. TBT. But from next week songa mbele tutakuwa tunazichambua.
Yeah. Let's keep on to the fullest right here on Entertainment Thursday. We do that. No one can really point a finger at us. Waseme nyinyi hamku support in the. And every Thursday, tell a friend to tell a friend that we are always on Thursdays on Entertainment Thursday. And this by my name is Vivian Degwa.
Unique, the DJ.
Yes.
The best DJ in the continent.
You've had it.
Yes.
Bye-bye and enjoy the rest of your viewing.
Tutafanyaje?
ya mkaukatike ule manzi anavokam anavocheza drum anavokata bam 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 minapenda ukidance kozi wa mkaukatike ule manzi anavokata to left and to right mamanzi wote nataka mfurai nataka mudance ki experience yes you look so romantic tonight on that side so tule ramza basi baby shake your waist like kama Beyonce suka karibu nikuonyeshe kama chini kwa chini tusakate from now mpaka je au vipi baby anavokam anavocheza drum anavokata bam 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 minapenda ukidance kozi landlord yo ule manzi anavokam anavocheza drum anavokata bam bam bam
landlord yo asubuhi imefika nimeamka bila balaa nikamkeka chini napiga swala mambo safi navaa chini sneaker tunavaa shati kisha sina gama teremsha kaimati nasikia kuna mtu anabisha mlangoni kwenda kufungua akatotoka jirani huwa kananipenda yuko leo kuniletea madafu leo ni lazima ndio inanibamba tu kila station inacheza genge mbaya kuhaso nikienda kutoka ndio nifungue mlango besi siamini napata mwenye nyumba na kifuli mkononi usiniharibie siku bana landlord umenifika